Assalamu alaikum. Hello and warm welcome to all of you. Dear students, today I am here with the part 6 of Geography chapter number 5, Industries. In the previous lecture, we had discussed steps to reduce the risk of industrial disaster. Today we are going to discuss about distribution of major industries. Iron and steel industry, textile industry and information technology industry. These are the major industries of the world. Iron and steel industry and textile industry are the older industry, while information technology is an emerging industry. Number of industries are there in the world, but iron and steel, textile and information technology industry are the major industry of the world. Emerging industries are also known as sunrise industries. Information technology, wellness, hospitality, knowledge, these all category of industries are known as sunrise industry or an emerging industry. Iron and steel industries are located in Germany, China, USA, Japan and Russia. It does not mean that iron and steel industries are not located in other parts of the world. In our country, India, iron and steel industries are also located, but in Russia, China, USA, Japan and Germany, more number of iron and steel industries are there. On the other hand, in India, Hong Kong, South Korea, Japan and in Taiwan, textile industries are located. Here you may have question why some industries are located into some region of the world. So earlier we had discussed that factors affecting the location of industries. In that we discussed that availability of raw material, even land, water labor, market, these are the factors which affect the location of industries. So, as per the factors, some industries are located into some part and some industries are located into other part. So as we discussed, Germany, China, Japan, Russia and USA, in this region of the world, iron and steel industries are located, while in India, Hong Kong, Japan, South Korea and in Taiwan, textile industries are located. The major hubs, the major center of information technology industries are the Silicon Valley of Central California and Bangalore region of India. Information technology are located in the region of Silicon Valley of Central California and Bangalore region of India. So first we will see about iron and steel industry. Like other industries, iron and steel industry also require input, process and output. Means industrial system consists of input, process and output. Even iron and steel industry is a feeder. Feeder means supporting industries for other industry, because the products of iron and steel industry are used as raw material in other industry. Iron and steel industry known as feeder industry. Might they ask why iron and steel industry are known as feeder supporting industry? Because the products of iron and steel industries are used as raw material in other industry. That's why it is known as feeder industry for other industries. The inputs for iron and steel industry include raw material such as iron ore, coal and limestone. Now we are discussing about industrial system. In industrial system, first input. So in input, it includes raw materials such as iron ore, limestone and coal. It also requires the labor, capital, site means location and other infrastructure. So in input for the iron and steel industry, which include raw materials such as iron ore, coal and limestone, along with labor, capital, site and other infrastructure. These all included in input for iron and steel industry. Second, the process. The process of converting iron ore into steel involves many stages. In industrial system, second thing is process. So the process of converting iron ore into steel, which involve many stages. The raw material is put in the blast furnace where it undergoes smelting. The raw material in the form of iron ore, coal and limestone is put into blast furnace for the purpose of smelting. Students, while you are watching the lecture, my humble request to all of you, you have to open your textbook. Page number 55, figure 5.6, describing the process of smelting of iron. At the top, you just see limestone, iron ore and coke, means coal. The mixture of all these put into blast furnace and blast furnace providing extreme heat to this mixture. Now here, what do you mean by smelting? Smelting is a process in which metals are extracted from ore by heating beyond the melting point. From the raw iron, from the iron ore, iron is extracted by heating beyond the melting point. It is known as smelting. It is then refined. The output obtained is steel, which may be used by other industries as raw material. Now, after the smelting of the mixture of iron ore, coal and limestone, whatever we obtain, it is steel, and it is then refined. The process of refining is done, and after the refining process, whatever we obtain, it is steel, which is used by other industries as raw material. Steel is tough and it can easily be shaped, cut or made into wire. These are the characteristics, the features of steel. Steel is tough and it can be easily shaped. In comparison to iron, it can be easily shaped, easily cut or made into wire. These are the characteristics of steel. Special alloys of steel can be made by adding small amount of other metals such as aluminium, nickel and copper. Alloys means the mixture of two metals Some special alloys are of steel can be made by adding small amount of other metal. In steel they are adding small amount of other metal to manufacture aluminium, nickel and copper. Alloys give steel unusual hardness. The mixture of other metal along with steel, it provides unusual hardness to steel, toughness or ability to resist rust. Steel is rust free. Steel is rust free. So the mixture of other metal provide unusual hardness, toughness and even increase ability to resist rust. So these are the characteristics of steel. With this, I would like to conclude my today's lecture. Inshallah, we will meet again very soon with a new topic of the same chapter. Allah Hafiz.